Welcome to this pregnancy yoga class. Today we're taking a bit more of an active flow, so there'll be a few more standing postures. So choose this practice if you're feeling like you've got a little bit more energy. It's suitable for second and third trimester. I'm 31 weeks, just to give you an idea. So we're going to start in a seated position. Now you can take a hero pose, you can have a supported hero pose with a bolster, or you could take a cross-leg position. I just thought I'd show you a little hack that I learnt, particularly in pregnancy. It can be quite nice to push two blocks together and sit across the two blocks rather than just trying to balance on one, which just gives you a little bit more stability. And what that does is it lifts the hips just slightly higher than the knees, just to create all this space in the pelvis for baby to move into that optimal position for birth. So take the hands onto the knees or take hands to baby and just close down the eyes. Find some length through the sides of the body. Roll the shoulders back and down. Length through the sides of the neck. And let's just take a few breaths together. Let's inhale for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just continue to breathe, counting in your own head. If those counts don't suit you, remember, just adjust the counts for your body, but just make sure that the exhales are longer than the inhale. We want to send a message to the brain that we are safe, we are calm, we are protected. And remember, that's exactly the state our body needs to be in to go into labour and for labour to progress well. Use the exhales to breathe through the nose, or maybe breathe through the lips like you're blowing out some candles or blowing through a straw. And that just releases the jaw. Just keeps the jaw nice and loose. Whatever the reason you've chosen to practice today, just give yourself permission to be here. Dedicate this time to you and baby. Know how important it is to move your body and still your mind. When you're ready, just blink open the eyes and we'll just take a few stretches through the neck to start off with. So we're going to take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale, allow the head to dip to one side, guiding the ear towards the shoulder. Take some nice breaths here. And just let the weight of the head do the work. Take the gaze down towards the knee, just so the stretch moves around to the back of the neck. And then inhale, lift the head back to center. Exhale, release over to the other side. Nice deep breaths here. And then take that gaze down to the knee, moving that stretch around to the back. And then we're just going to allow the head to roll from side to side, just take a little bit more movement. Really nice. Now we're going to move round into an all fours position. So just move any props that you've got to one side and stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Just take those sways of the hips just to release the lower back a little bit. We're going to go straight into downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck the toes, sit back onto the heels and push the bottom into the air.
Strong through the hands, tailbone is high, heels are heavy. Now we're going to walk the feet towards the hands at the top of the mat and find a forward fold. Use a block if you want a little bit more support, but we want the hands in contact with the floor or the prop. So bend the knees as much as you need to in order to keep the fingers in contact with something. Let the head hang. And then from here, we're going to roll up to standing for the first one. So roll all the way up, shoulders back and down. And just take one breath here. We're going to inhale, arms go high, palms touch. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Plant the hands onto the mat and we're going to take a plank. Now drop the knees straight away and just restack into that tabletop position. Couple of sways of the hips. I'm going to move back into downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, sit back onto the heels, send that bottom into the air. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees and start to walk the feet towards the hands at the top of the mat. Find that forward fold. Use the prop if you want to. Take the feet slightly wider if you need more space for your bump. And then this time we're going to sweep all the way up. Palms touch at the top. Bring the hands to heart center. We're going to go straight back down. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back into plank, and then drop the knees. Restack into that tabletop position. Gentle sway of the hips. We'll take one more round. So tuck the toes, sit back onto the heels, downward facing dog. Bend the knees and start to walk the feet towards the fingertips. Take a slightly wider stance if you need it. Prop the hands if you need to. And we're going to inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Palms touch at the top. Bring the hands to heart center. Really nice. So we've turned to face the long edge of the mat. And we're just going to take a nice warrior two. So we want the feet slightly wider than hip width. And we're going to turn the toes to one side of the mat. And we want the heel to be about in line with the instep of the back foot. Nice bend in the knee. And then extend the arms out long. And gaze goes over the front middle finger. Squeeze that bottom underneath. Hug baby in. Make sure that the front knee is tracking over the toes and it's not rocking in. Breathing here. We're just going to flow up and down with the breath just to take a little bit of pressure off the hips. So inhale, palms touch at the top. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, bend the knee. One more. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, bend the knee. Then we're going to flip the front palm and then reach to the sky. Back hand rests on the back thigh. Maybe the gaze goes to the top hand. This is called reverse warrior. Remember to breathe. Then windmill the arms back through warrior two. Right forearm goes to right thigh. Left arm reaches overhead. Breathing here. Windmill the arms back through warrior two. Then just take the hands onto the hips. Rotate the front toes in. And then we're just going to heel toe the feet back together. Really nice. Just bend the knees here and we're just going to take some hip circles just to release the lower back a little bit.
And then we'll go in the opposite direction. Really nice. Find some stillness. We're just going to take a couple of side stretches before we go on to the other side. So inhale, palms touch at the top, then grab hold of one wrist with the hand and lean over as we exhale. Opening up through the side of the body. Squeeze that bottom underneath. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the other side. Really nice. Inhale back through center. And then just bring the arms down to the side. We'll take that nice wide stance with the feet again, and then we'll turn the other toes to the front this time. Nice bend in the knee. Extend the arms out long. Gaze goes over the front middle finger. Squeeze the bottom underneath. Hug baby in. Warrior two. Let's flow up and down just to take a bit of pressure off those hips. So inhale, palms touch at the top, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Flip the front palm, reach to the sky, reverse your warrior. Really nice and active through that top hand, so we're opening up the side of the body. Breathing here. Windmill the arms back through warrior two, and front forearm goes to front thigh, back arm reaches overhead. Breathing here. Extended side angle. Windmill back up to warrior two. Hands onto the hips. Straighten the front leg and just rotate the toes back to center. And we're going to take a balance now. So we're going to take tree pose. So choose your standing leg and make sure that it's firmly planted into the mat. Squeeze the bottom underneath, and then we're going to rest the heel of the other foot onto the ankle of the standing leg. Now maybe just take hands to hips to start off with, and this is a version of tree pose, and this is absolutely fine. So if you choose to balance here, just find your focal point, just focus on that, don't let your eyes move, and just keep that standing leg really nice and strong. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can lift the foot off the mat and squeeze it into the calf of the standing leg. Now remember to breathe in these balances. Maybe bring hands to heart center, or maybe extend your arms up high. Your choice. Bring the hands back to heart center. Then take the hands to the hips, rotate the knee to the front, and then just place the foot down onto the mat. We'll take that on the other side. So swap legs. We want the opposite leg as the standing leg this time. Squeeze the bottom underneath and just rest the heel of the other foot onto the ankle of the standing leg. This is absolutely fine to take your tree pose here, or if you want to take it further, just push the foot into the standing leg. Option to take hands to heart center or to extend the arms up high. Breathing here. Take the hands back onto the hips and then just lower that foot. And we're going to go back down to the mat via a malasana. So that's a yogi squat, a really nice active birth position. So we want a nice wide stance with the feet. Turn the toes out to about 45 degrees. Let's inhale. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, sink the bottom down. Now find that malasana. And you can just have a little rock from side to side if you want to. You can place one hand down onto the mat, And reach up to the sky, find length through the side of the body. And then just swap the hands. Reach up with the other hand. Really nice. And then from here, we're going to maneuver into all fours. So just move however you need to get back into that tabletop position. And we're going to take a puppy pose. So we're going to walk the hands towards the top of the mat. Keep the legs where they are, and we're going to sink the chest down. Aiming to get the forehead down to the mat. It doesn't matter if it doesn't get there. You can prop the head with a block. But we're keeping the legs and the bottom in the same position. And then gently start to walk back into that tabletop position. And then we're going to finish in a comfortable seated position. So use whatever props you need. Just to take a couple of breaths to finish. So take hands to baby, hands to thigh, wherever feels comfortable for you. Close down the eyes. And just tune into that breath one more time. Let's inhale for the count of 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just continue counting with your breath. Just find a sense of gratitude for yourself for making time to move your body and still your mind. Making time to connect with baby. And remember, you can use this breath any time of day just to regain a sense of control and find a sense of calm. And when you're ready, just blink open the eyes. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. Raise the thumb knuckles to the third eye and let's bow together. Namaste. Remember to subscribe on my YouTube channel @The Pregnancy Yoga Teacher, or you can follow me on Instagram @The Pregnancy Yoga Teacher.